Did you know that an estimated 25 million tourists worldwide fall for scams each year? Quite an alarming number, isn't it? Our journey today takes us into the shadowy realm of tourist scams, a world where trickery and deceit can turn an adventure into a nightmare. It's a serious issue that threatens the safety and enjoyment of travelers everywhere. But fear not, because knowledge is power. Stay tuned as we take you through the countdown of the top 10 worst tourist scams. Starting off our countdown at number 10, we have the overpriced taxi ride scam. This scam is as old as taxis themselves. The driver, preying on your unfamiliarity with the area, takes an unnecessarily long route to your destination, racking up an exorbitant fare. This scam is not limited to any one place, but it's particularly rampant in bustling cities where taxis are a common mode of transport for tourists. So, how can you steer clear of this scam? Knowledge is your best defense. Research the typical costs and distances for your planned trips. Use map apps to estimate the best routes. And don't be shy to discuss the route with your driver. But the most effective strategy is agreeing on a fare before the ride begins. Many honest taxi drivers will be happy to set a price in advance, particularly in areas where this scam is common. Remember, always agree on a price before getting into a taxi. Warning, the number 9 scam, the fake police officer ruse. The inner workings of the scam. The imposter, often draped in a convincing uniform and badge, presents themselves as a law enforcement officer. They may demand to inspect your passport or wallet under the pretense of a routine check or an ongoing criminal investigation in the vicinity. Your course of action: maintain composure, request their identification, recommend a visit to the closest police station to confirm their authenticity. The importance of skepticism: it's imperative never to surrender your personal belongings to anyone, even those purporting to be officers of the law. Always request identification and adamantly refuse to hand over your personal items. Number 8 on our list is the seemingly harmless friendship bracelet scam. A classic trick that's more prevalent in tourist-heavy regions. It starts off as a friendly gesture. An individual approaches you, ties a bracelet around your wrist and claims it's a symbol of friendship or a gift. But once the bracelet is secured, they demand payment. And removing the bracelet right away? Well, that's often easier said than done. This scam preys on your good nature and politeness. Here's how to dodge it. Be aware of your surroundings and be cautious of overly friendly strangers approaching with small gifts. Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Politely decline the offer, or if you feel cornered, firmly state that you are not interested. So, next time someone approaches you with a free bracelet, think twice. It's always better to be safe than sorry when exploring unfamiliar places. Coming up at number 7 is the spill on your clothes scam. This ruse involves a seemingly accidental spillage on your outfit by a friendly stranger. Before you know it, they're profusely apologizing and offering to help clean up the mess they've created. But here's the catch. While you're distracted with the spill and the ensuing cleanup, an accomplice of the clumsy stranger swoops in and helps themselves to your valuables. It's a cleverly orchestrated distraction, and many tourists fall victim to it. So, how do you avoid this scam? First, be aware of your surroundings. If someone spills something on you, don't panic. Politely decline any help and move away from the scene. Secure your belongings and clean yourself up in a safe public location. Remember, your safety and the security of your belongings are paramount. If you find yourself in this situation, stay calm and watch your belongings. Number 6 on our countdown is the photo opportunity scam. Picture this. You're standing at a popular tourist spot, preparing to capture a memory on camera when a friendly stranger offers to take the photo for you. Seems harmless, right? Unfortunately, this is a common ruse used by scammers worldwide. Once they have your camera or phone, they either run off with it or demand a hefty fee for its return. This scam is especially prevalent in bustling cities with iconic landmarks where tourists are plentiful. So how can you avoid falling victim to this scam? Firstly, be cautious of overly helpful strangers, especially in crowded tourist areas. If you need someone to take your photo, ask a family or a group of tourists. They're less likely to run off with your device. Also, consider using a selfie stick or a timer feature to capture group shots. Remember, always be wary of helpful strangers offering to take your photo. Halfway through our list at number 5 is the distracting pickpocket scam. This one is as old as time, yet it never fails to trap unwary travelers. It starts with a distraction, a sudden commotion, or perhaps someone accidentally bumping into you. While your attention is diverted, an accomplice swiftly relieves you of your wallet or phone. So, How does one protect oneself from this classic scam? First, be cautious in crowded places. Pickpockets often operate in busy areas like markets, tourist sites, and public transportation. Second, keep your belongings close and secure. If your bag has a zip, make sure it's closed. Better yet, keep your valuables in front pockets or money belts. And finally, don't be easily distracted. If something feels off, it probably is. Remember, the key here is to stay alert and not let your guard down, no matter how safe the environment appears. Always be aware of your surroundings and keep your belongings secure. At number 4, we have the counterfeit money scam. This scam is a classic. It's as simple as it is nefarious. You're given counterfeit local currency as change in a transaction, and by the time you realize it, the scammer is long gone. So how do you spot counterfeit money? Well, there are a few telltale signs. The texture might feel off, the colors might be faded or too bright, the size could be wrong, or the printed details might be blurry. Some countries even have holographic strips or watermarks that are hard to replicate. What should you do if you encounter this scam? First, don't panic. Politely ask for another bill, or if you're uncomfortable, ask to speak with a manager. If you've already left the establishment, go to a bank. They can confirm if the bill is counterfeit, and they will know the correct legal procedure to follow. Familiarize yourself with the local currency to avoid falling for this scam. Number 3 on our list is the fake ticket vendor scam. This is a common ruse where con artists sell counterfeit or non-existent tickets to popular attractions or events. The unsuspecting traveler, eager to experience local culture or highlights, pays for these tickets, only to discover later that they've been duped. This scam is prevalent in many tourist hotspots around the globe, from the bustling streets of Rome to the vibrant markets of Bangkok. It's especially common around major events or iconic landmarks where demand for tickets is high and the authenticity of tickets is hard to verify on the spot. So, how do we dodge this pitfall? The solution is simple. Always buy tickets from official vendors or websites. These may include the event's official box office, authorized ticket sellers, or the attraction's official website. This will ensure your tickets are legitimate and your hard-earned money doesn't end up in the wrong hands. Always buy tickets from official vendors to avoid this scam. Just missing the top spot at number 2 is the ATM helper scam. This scam is a sneaky one, and it's more common than you'd think. Here's how it works. You're at an ATM, perhaps struggling with language settings or just taking a bit longer than usual, when a friendly stranger offers to help. What they're really doing is memorizing your PIN or even swapping your card with a fake one. Now you might be thinking, I'd never fall for that. But remember, these scammers are skilled at what they do. They're persuasive, and they know how to catch you off guard. So how can you avoid this? One word: privacy. Shield your PIN entry with your hand, and never let your card out of sight. And most importantly, never accept help from strangers at ATMs. It might seem rude, but it's better to be safe than sorry. After all, your financial security is at stake. Never accept help from strangers at ATMs. And the worst tourist scam you need to be aware of is the rental scam. This scam is a real wolf in sheep's clothing, playing on your excitement for that perfect vacation. It's most common in popular tourist destinations but can happen anywhere around the globe. Here's how it unfolds. You find a rental property online, it's beautiful, it's cheap, and it's available. You contact the owner, who seems friendly and helpful. They request payment in advance, usually via a wire transfer or a non-refundable method. You arrive at your dream destination only to discover the property doesn't exist, or it's not for rent, and the friendly owner, nowhere to be found. So how do you steer clear of this? Do your research. Cross-verify the property on multiple platforms. Check reviews and ratings. Contact the owner through the platform's official communication channels, and most importantly, never make payments outside the platform. Always verify the property and owner before making any payments. Your vigilance is the key to a scam-free vacation. Let's recap the top 10 tourist scams to be aware of. From the overpriced taxi rides, the faux police officers, to the friendship bracelet scam, spill on your clothes trick, and the photo opportunity hoax. Don't forget about the distracting pickpockets, counterfeit money, fake ticket vendors, the ATM helpers, and the rental scams. Remember, knowledge is your best defense. Stay alert, stay safe, and don't let these scams ruin your travel experience.